Sorry, guys.
What's up, everyone?
Just curious your thoughts on getting that jacket. I mean, you've only been in the UFC for a couple of years now, and you've already been tested 50 times, which is kind of remarkable. So I guess, what does it mean for this honor, but also, like, how much of a nuisance is it being to get tested so much?
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. You know, getting this jacket, obviously people are going to say what they're going to say. And obviously having a physique like mine, people always go, that guy's definitely on the juice. And, you know, there's a lot of athletes, not just me, there's a lot of athletes that get that. And there's a lot of athletes that I even suspect. You can't help but do it because some people have these physiques. But where the sport is now, I always tell people, listen, if you are going to do it, you are going to get caught. Because from my experience, it's been absolutely professional from the UFC side in terms of making sure we play on a level playing field. And I take comfort in the fact that I get tested. Yeah, it is a bitch sometimes. You know, rocking up to training because they have my time schedule every day. And if they don't know where you are, sometimes you just go, I'm not in this area today. Something happened, I have an interview. They rock up there and they're like, cool, well, you have 2 hours to get here. Or they get you, but I take comfort in the fact that I know my competition is being treated the same way, and you know, we play fair. We get in there, and the best warrior wins, not the one with the best needle.
There's been a lot of photos of Sean coming out through this camp, people saying, you know, he's in the best shape of his life, all that kind of stuff. Have you seen some of that, and are you, I guess, impressed by his physique maybe compared to some other fights?
Yeah, I've seen some of it. Yeah, I mean, are we going to stand next to each other and compare physiques? I don't think so.
I know you've been asked ad nauseum about, you know, all the comments made at the press conference and the fight and everything like that. And when we spoke, you know, last week, you kind of said, I'm too smart to go down that road. I have other things I can do to poke and prod at Sean. But he was very explicit, I think, earlier this week in an interview saying that, you know, he's going to stab you if you bring that up. He's going to have a knife. Did you see those comments? And I guess, what did you make of that?
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know, guys. That's pretty intense, right? I think that is. I don't know the legislation around here, but that seems like, you know, Team Strickland needs to step in and check their boy. I think when this whole thing occurred, where he said, "Listen, if you did it again," he said he'll kill me. He didn't say stab me. When he said kill, I said, "Okay, you're probably gonna shoot me then." But when I saw a knife, I'm like, "No, that's not gonna work. You won't touch me with that knife. I'll knock you out way before you get to stab me."
Does any part of you in the back of your mind when you engage with him this week, like, keep those comments in mind, or are you just going to be yourself and say whatever you need to say?
No. You know, am I scared that he self-sabotages this fight? Sure. That is something I've thought about. You know, maybe, you know, trying everything to get out of it. But no. For me right now, the last press conference was winning on the mic. That was winning the Sean Strickland at his own game. Right now, this week where we're at, I'm not here to do that. I'm here to be the middleweight champion of the world. My focus is on fighting and you know, not making jokes, getting the crowds to laugh, and you know, no, that's not why I'm here. I'm here. I've already won that battle. That battle is won. Right now, the battle needs to be won is the one coming Saturday night, and that's where my mind's at. My mind is at being ready mentally, physically, and being in the best shape of my life come Saturday night.
And just last thing for me, speaking of, you know, kind of the win pre-fight, his coach even said that he was triggered and he had to have a conversation with Sean about not fighting emotionally, saying that's not who we are and stuff. Once the fight begins, though, I mean, what are you expecting from him? Do you think that's going to get lost and an emotional side of him will come out?
Yeah, I think it takes a lot for a team to admit something like this. You have to take that, and if it was a real problem, I don't think they would have. But I do think he has the right people around him. They are an extremely good team. They've showed that over the last year. They've had an incredible year with the coach and the team, and you know, with all the awards, and deservingly so. But I think he has the right people around him to get him to get him back to where he needs to be, because we saw that he was definitely not in a good space of mind during that presser at the end. He was genuinely triggered, and obviously at the event where he jumped over chairs, and anybody who thinks that was fake, or staged, I wasn't informed of that because I took some real punches. But you know, for me, that was a big win. But I do think he has the right people, and I hope for his sake he has the right people around him to get him back to where he needs to be. Because if you're going to fight that way, it's going to be disappointing for a lot of people.